Hello friends, just today I am going to discuss previous class I have already discussed Python, and we will start a Python again. And now today I am going to discuss a columns and rows manipulations. So let's start. My name is Manibhushan, and now I am just discussing what is the how do we manipulate columns and the rows. So first we need to the data. So let's go here, and previous time just we have already discussed some data. So now I need to take care of. First I have clicked here and I have the data last time I have written stocks data CSV. Yeah, let's see. So this is the stock CSV data. Now it's importing here, and then we will see here. Yeah, it's a data has been imported. So now we can see a data. Let's take a few minutes. Okay, yeah, data has been imported. Look here, and I am using a Google Colab. So don't worry. Just if you don't know about this platform, so let's go and see what is the Google Colab. I have already discussed it and everything. So this data has been created means here once you can create a data we have already discussed in the previous video, and another you are importing a data. So I have imported a data. It's a name of the data is a name of the data has been created like this. So after importing, we want to see here the df name of this anything like a df should be equal to and before that we need to import the some library. So let's go here, import import pandas as a pd, pandas as a pd, and another is a import numpy as a np. These two library are most important, and so let's see in the right side, and I am going to just let's say I increase the same that you can see properly. So now it's a yeah, you can see here. So first look here, it's a df. I have created a data frame and we have imported a panda. So I am going to use a pd.csv like this, and it's the name of the stocks we are going to the copy of your data path, copy, and then I will copy and paste here v. It's the same. And now data you can see here, it's a your data look like this way. So this is a your data, and last time we have seen here how do we see the head and what's the usage of the tail. So similarly index, what is the index, what is the columns, so we have already discussed. So these basics, some basic things just we have already discussed. How do we can one of the, if you want to a df dot index. So let's discuss in a few minutes. Let's see, just if you want to know only the df and dot index index. So you can see here it's a only index. What's the index? Where range of this data, it will start from the 0 to 20, and it's a step 1. If you write the df dot columns df dot columns, and then we can see here it's the name of these columns. What's the name of these columns? So date is a column, series is a column, and if you write here date means df dot axis ax axis. So you can see here the name of this axis is here as it is both of them. So these are the also called like a index is also like a axis. And if you are going to the right here df dot like a data types d type. So look here, so you can see here the data type like a, these are the data types of the every columns has a specific data types. And similarly if you want to see here the length, so you need to the right here, so df dot, yeah, one of the things like a len and the date df, yeah, other things just if you want to the df dot count count, and inside of this one, so it's a df dot count has been means it's a date has a how many, it's a total number of the data you can see here look like this. And similarly just if you write here df dot like if you want to the count 20, 30 and 40, this df dot count 1 and df dot count axis will equal to columns and will be the produce the like a same result. And same if you want to just a df dot t capital T, if you write here transpose, this is called a transpose. So it's a possible you can see here the your data has been transpose here, it's a date here, and similarly we can see this type of the data. So I think these are the basic. And if you want to see here the length of this df, so len length len and just len, and if you write here the df like a df, it's not a lin. So let's see length of this df, so you can see here length of this df data frame, it's a 20. So these things we have already discussed here. And if you write here like a df dot values a l u e s, so you can see there, so we will see the all these values here. So let's see, so these are the basic things we can see, and we will try to understand what is this and data frame, how do we see here. So it's another window has been created, and so we can see the every now just today would like selecting and assessing a data. How do we select and assessing? So selecting a data like suppose df is your data, and if you want to like selecting just a column is easy, so using like a square bracket. So let's see, just I am going to a df, and one of the way we can select this data, I need to the only the one column like it's a closing price. Okay, so we can see only the one column, it's a closing of this data. Similarly if you want to the two and more columns, so you can write that it's a two dimensions, so it's a df dot and it's a closing price. So you can see you write here it's a inside of this one, and it's a high high price means HIGH. So you can see the closing price and high price. Okay, I have got in some problem. So what's the problem? Let's see. I did get any problem. So what's the name of these columns? So it's good to go and see here what's the name of these columns. So like before that we need to the right here the name of this column is better. So df dot columns, this columns. So we can see here, yeah, these are the columns. So I have written HIGH. Okay, so but what's the problem? It's a right, but I have gotten a problem. I and close. It's a key error, key value error means yes. So it's a 2D view. So you need to bracket open and close. So like this. Okay, again, just I have gotten the same problem. What's the problem? Okay, it's a high. Okay, right, high and close. Close, it's right of close and it's right of, I think. 1 minute, just here, control and C, and let's go here. And just I am going to put in here. Yeah, you can see here. See this value you can see here, high, and then this value. So it's a good way we can see any columns like a, and there is a alternative way we can also see like a df dot, like a df dot and anything like a, so open and close like this and go here. So we can write here without any brackets. So df dot open and I think data frame. Okay, we need to create first the data frame and then it will work, so don't worry. So this is the other way we will use in the future, don't worry. And first we will create a data frame. Another thing, just we can use a multiples of the columns, so don't worry. Just if you want to like a df and just it's a bracket star, and if you want to write first, you want to see the volume first, and then another is a like a price here, and let's see. So if here the brackets here and another brackets is here, and then we will see here. So first we can see the volume. So it's a in your data, it's a end volume is the I think end and second last, so column. So but here we can also arrange your data according to your requirements. So this is the other way we can manipulate this data. It's easy. Next is just selecting assets like a subset from a data frame, like using a rows and columns name. So assessing a rows, yeah, you can see the combinations of rows and columns. So here we will use a syntax like a lock. So let's see, just if I want means just I have the multiple columns like a, it's a date has been given, yet price has been given. So similarly, if you write here like a df and dot lock loc, it's not the iloc, I am using the only the lock loc, yeah. So look at it's a lock, and write like this, and lock you can write the anything like a one of the like you can start like a slicing and other two columns and the rows. So df, and if you write here the like a slice and it's a comma and any rows and column like this way. Okay, volume height, I think it should be more and like this. So just I have written here. One is the volume, another is the populations, and second is like a I got. So what's the problem? You can see here too many indexes. So too many indexes like it's a volume. So it's right. So slicing and need to the space here. Go here. Invalid syntax. Okay. So let's see. Without slicing, you can write, and you can put here like a. It's a let's see. Just I am going to the right here. It's a volume, and then it's a bracket, and then we can put here like a so one slice. So df log and what's it's not working. So we are using the syntax to the assist like any rows. So we don't have the row. Okay, sorry. So first we need to write here any rows like a. Is it possible to write here to? It's a second row. And after second row, run the cells. No. So let's just you can start here like it's not the second row and other thing like name of the rows. What's the name of the rows? 1 minute, just load. Yeah, right. Just suppose I am going to write here this rows. Control C, and it's a go here, and like I have written the row number is a 26 March. Why it's not working? So right here, and then slice I have used here. Okay, don't worry, just it's a problem like something, and a second just I can write like a slicing like if I write here like a slice and other date like it's a 28. So let's check 28 March law. Yeah, then we can see here if you are using a slicing, and then we are able to see it's a columns, and then now I am going to it's a slicing, and then again it's a repeat, and then go here. Then we can see because we have already the data has been transposed, so we need to the create here first is the previous data. So I hope let's go first. The previous data should be the run here. So let's run and this data, and then we will discuss this. Okay, data has been run, and according to our data, because end of this class we have transposed this data. So now after that, just we can use our log, and so what's the requirement. So similarly, here we need to understand these things that when you specify like a starts a row and end of the rows, so Python will return all rows falling between starts and end of these rows. So if I have written here the starts of these rows here like a df dot log and end, so should be work here. So but it's a data frame just I have written here, and it's a something. If I start like a slicing here, then put here, let's do here, and end of this column you can see it's not a working. Okay, let's I will check here. So in because here it's not a working, ilog is not a working, so it's a problem. So something, but if you write like a open, so let's see is it working and not working. Yeah, it's a column is a working, but rows is not working. So let's I will check here. Don't worry. So column and before columns, so these are easily so working. You can write the any columns. Don't worry. Second, it's a similarly, if I want to use like a selecting a rows and column, it's the same way. And sometimes like a numeric index, yeah, it's a if you want to the like a positions. So ilog also you can use here. Ilog means log and ilog means like a integer locations. We are talking about like a, so when you when we use like a ilog, then start index and end index. So the start index like a, if you write your I and it's a ilog, so it's a start indexing here. Just you can write here it's a indexing like a 0 and slice like a 7. So if you want to see only the limited rows, so 0 to 7, so we can see only like a, you can use here the slicing. But if you want to like a see like a 0 to 7 and comma and comma, just I want to see also like a 5 slice, so 5 slice and 10, 5 and it's a slicing 10. It's a possible, yeah, it's not. So let's see, just I am going to try here. It's a 0 to first we can see here only 0 to 6. So first we can see, but second we are not able to see. So similarly, just if you are using like a with the ilog, the end index is executed in result. Okay, so next thing, just one of these things like what's a common, it's a in both of these 5 and 6, these are the column rows you can see here. Another, if you are using like this, like if you want to row means from a row 2 to 5 both inclusive and display the first 4 columns, so it's a easy. And similarly, if you want to like a row 2 to 4 both inclusive and display columns, items, types and total profit, so we can see here like a look here 0 to 7 I want to see, and it's a comma, and what's a column, so we need to write here it's a brackets here and name of these columns like a close, and it's a close, and second I want to see here it's a VI like a comma and I. Let's close and I. And so we can see in, okay, just again I have got in the same problem. It's a bracket close. It will start like a no, it's a I lock, not a I lock. Let's say closing. Okay, what's the problem? You can see the close is not an index. Okay, close is a, okay, close is not the index. It's right. It's a column's name. So if you want to the index like a 0 to 7 and comma like a just previous, we want to see here. Okay, like same as it is. Go here. So we can write here indexing like a 0 to this, and again we can write 0 slicing, and it's a 12, and we need to write here iloc. So we can see here 0 1, so it's a 2 6 means still means it's a exclusive here. Similarly, if you want to the light here, it's a different way. Like you are using a iloc, the multiple way, and selecting yeah, individual data value, your data frame. These are also the easiest way. Okay. So now other things, just selecting, and if you want to like increase something, like I want to a data like let's go the data, it should be like it's greater than 0. That's it's a greater symbols where is the greater, like it's a greater data frame. We need to the data frame greater than 100. So if you write a data frame, it's a greater than 100. So you are getting the some problem. But if you write here, it's a data frame like a, it's a according to your value like a, so, and we can like a high, and it's a high price, it's a greater than 100. So we can say yes, you can say like it's a booleans like a true and false. It's a higher. Okay, so these are the another way, like a boolean way we can manipulate this data. Let's see just one more thing. Just you can also edit and modify this data. Like suppose if you write here enhance of I, and it's a will equal to do we have I will equal to, yeah, if you want to multiply something, it's easy, and so I should be equal to the 100 anything, just we don't have the any like and if you write like the high is 230, any, so we don't have the any price like 240, don't see anything. So it's a this way we can not able to see here only this type of the price 240. So let's go here and df, just we want to the print here. So it's a 240. Do we have any data? It's a 240. So let's see the all 240 40. You can see it's a one column has been created like a 240. And similarly, if you want to the another column, so it's also has been created. Third thing, if you want to create a new like a value, Okay, so suppose you are going to the create one is a like a density. It's a density, and it's a density should be like a, it's a equal to, you can create a one list, like a list has been given 240, 245, 250, 260, like this. So it's a mode like this, and then we want to see here. Okay, so one column has it's possible to create it. Okay, because length value is a 10, so does not match the length of the 20. So we need to the right here. It's a 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So we need to write this value. It's a 20. So length is not a matching. So let's see, and then can write here again. So I hope it's a 1, 2, yeah. So it's a length has been matching. So we can see here it's a 20 value has been, it's a created here. So look here, yeah, end of this, yeah, this one has been created like this. So 200 and so we can see here from here, yeah, it's a density has been created like a 240, 45 like this. So you can add on so many things. It's easy to understand, and if you are assigned this value, so it's easy. Otherwise, multiple way we can create. So adding and modifying same things like rows, and if you want to create a new rows like uh, let's try here. We have to go and to write like a create a new row like a df and dot add. So add you are using, and what's the name of the rows like any other things. So we can create, and it's a date should be like a, it's a today. Just I am going to the create here date like so let's see how do we see the date here. Yeah, control C, control V. So its date is at 20 March. So you write here the 21 March. And then comma, and it's a slice here, then it should be equal to like a 20. So it's a this is a way we have creating a some value like a index error. So you can only assign a scalar value, not the class like a integer value. Okay, so you can only the assign like a scalar value. So not like a integer value. So, okay, like this is also we are keeping the same column. So you can only assign the scalar value in the class integer. So it's a class like a integer. Let's go in the Yes. So at is not working, don't worry. Just means here uh, if there is a no row and such a row labels in the Python, so you can add the new row here. So it's just we are going to getting a problem. Don't worry, we will solve it the next time. So these are the it's a problem of in the data handling. So it's a easy to we can handle, but I don't think just it should be the edit here. Let's try the second method here. Like it's a name of this one uh, like a df and dot okay df dot and so like a close df dot close and we want to write here it's some value. It's a name of this closing price and let's do the something like a if you want to the if anyone like in the closing price like 240 and we want to the change this price like 140, so it's also possible and we can use this is the way we can like displace these values. So these things are very simple and I hope you can understand so how do we manipulate these data. After that we will see here, and if we have a data frame so we can describe a data, so we write here dot df dot first we get a info, so informations just I am going to get here it's informations, so data can see here data is providing like all informations and what's it here it's we need to write here info. Yeah, so we can see here that it's a Pandas score dot frame and data frame and range index like a 20, entities it's a 0 to 2019. So these are the all information. Similarly, just if you go and you get like a statistics of this data, so let's see and data dot describe like a data frame df dot describe, so we can see here that let's see the df dot describe and so we can see here yeah it's a descriptions of this data like this, so you can count there are the 20 value it's a mean is that this one 669.47, standard deviations is a 47, minimum value is 559, 25 percentile this is called a quartile, like a first quartile, median is similar to the second quartile, 75 meaning it's a third quartile, and this is the maximum price in the 20. So you can see here it's a what's the minimum and what's the maximum these days. And next just in this data, so just if you want to see like these statistics individual, so it's possible to you can see the individual like a data mean, median and mode. So like a df and dot close like it's a getting a like yeah if you want to create a mean values, so this is also like a go and start a brackets df dot, and you are going to create like a mean, MEAN, and it should be dot close का ठीक है dot mean df dot so mean and should be like a df and dot, yeah, you can see here like a dot mean, what's it I mean df dot aggregate value, it's right close dot, so yeah, you can see here like a df dot null. So if you want to count any null value in this, so let's see, do we have any null value? Yeah, I think is null here. So is null, yeah, is null. So do we have any nulls? Okay, again I have gotten the same problem like this. Okay, yeah, so we can see it's a null value like this. Yeah, we don't have the null value, but it's not possible. It's a big data. See, how do you count? So we need to just sum. It's a sum functions. Yeah, null sum. Yeah, it's a sum. Sum you can count here. It's a sum. You can see you don't have any null values in these data sets. So I hope we can easily understand these values and how do we create these data groups. So it's a easy and it's a simple. So thank you very much. See?